everyone. I'm Rachel Hansen, the marketing manager for Contec Healthcare, and I'm here with Scott Harward and Kevin Venezia. Gentlemen, would you like to tell us a little bit about what you do at Contec Healthcare?
Yeah, so I'm the regional business manager for North America East, basically everything from the Mississippi River east, also Minnesota, a little bit of Texas and Louisiana, and I've got a team of 9 reps spread out throughout the country, and I've been with Contec for about 10 years.
And I'm a regional business manager for the West Coast, North America, and I have a team of 8 people, and we're out there to help assist our customers with all your needs when it comes to cleaning, disinfecting, and garbing.
All right, thanks guys. So welcome to Dwell Time, our post-webinar show where we get into the nitty-gritty details of all the things presented during our webinar. So first, we are going to answer some product-specific questions that came up in Michael's webinar. And I'm going to go over to Kevin and ask you to talk a little bit about critical site wipes.
Yeah, so Michael and Kadar touched on critical site wipes quite a bit. They're a great product for wiping your vial stoppers, your ampule necks, and the difference between those and the commonly used product that you see out there, which is a 1.5 by 1.5 inch wipe, is you have to continuously open those, and there's a lot of trash to discard. Whereas this here comes nice prepackaged, 50 wipes per package, and it's easy to open, close, and cover more vials per wipe. So great product for that application.
And Michael, I think Michael or Kadar mentioned something about, critical site wipes versus alcohol or sterile alcohol pads. So what's your take on all that?
Well, sterile alcohol pads, the little 1 by 1.5 inch wipes, those are, could or could not be low linting, depends on what you're getting, and they're really designed for wiping down a patient's skin before injection. So again, not really maybe the right application for that product. So again, we designed this product specific for this application that we're dealing with critical sites.
All right, well, thank you so much. Before we move on to your take on sterile alcohol, Scott, we did want to just mention that you are free to leave if you needed to. Our webinar is officially over, but we of course want you to stick around with us through dwell time. But just wanted to mention that if you would like to exit now, you absolutely can, and we will follow up with all of the questions that have come in, and we will have the recording of this webinar available to you as well. So with that, Scott, so critical site wipes, they are pre-saturated with sterile alcohol. What makes ours unique?
So for those that think that all sterile alcohol is created equal, I have a little bit of a problem with, because it all goes back to where is that product produced, right? Where is it made? And with that, we have the complete traceability and control over that process. So every single bottle that's used in the States and in Canada is assembled here and packaged appropriately, and then it goes off to irradiation. So traceability and control of the process is extremely important. And each lot is going to come with its own certificate of sterility as well. So you maybe ask that for some other products that are maybe produced or made overseas, you might not get that level of detail.
I gotcha. That's great. Great information. All right. So with USP 797 new standards, what are some of the biggest changes in cleaning and disinfecting?
Well, if you've seen any of our past webinars or listen to what Michael said earlier, the biggest change is sterile versus non-sterile, right? So the requirement, the verbiage must inside the ISO 5 PEC, CPEC, and then should in the ISO 7 and 8 environments. So I think that's the biggest change.
Yeah. And Kevin, what's your take on maybe products for these changes that Scott mentioned?
Yeah, so one of the commonly used products that's been used in the PEC for a long time is our Preempt or Preempt Plus. Again, that was mentioned, that's not going to be able to be sterilized anymore. So TB1 3300 is our new daily germicidal disinfectant. Comes sterile, and it is a 1-minute dwell time across all microorganisms. So it's a great product, fast acting, and a lot of kill power.
That's great.
And then for your weekly sporicidal, you have Sterile Paradox, and I think everybody's pretty familiar with that product, and it's a 3-minute dwell time. So great for your best practice weekly cleaning within your PEC, and then also for decontaminating your CPECs.
Gotcha.
So that's our 1-2 punch for our daily and weekly spore recitals.
1-2 punch, I like it. All right, so moving on to some of the questions that came in. Here's a question for you, Scott. What disinfectants are available in sterile packaging other than Paradox?
Well, Kevin just mentioned a couple of those. So TB1 is available sterile and non-sterile. And Kevin actually has
Here we go.
a nice bag of that. So each bottle will have a silver border. This is actually the non-sterile version. Thank you, Kevin, for setting me up with that. But each bottle will have a silver border, and it's our intent to continue to update and try to differentiate these products as we move forward. Also, sterile easy reach pads. I know a lot of people use those in your ISO 5, whether it be your regular laminar airflow for those that are vertically challenged, but also for your biological safety cabinets, which are difficult to clean. You want to protect your workers from those environments. Also, critical sites. Kevin talked about that as well. And basically anything that you would need sterile for those environments, we've got available. So sterile alcohol, of course, whether it be in the bottle or pre-saturated wipes as well. So I can't think that's a general rundown of the sterile products that we have available.
That's great. And kind of similar question, Kevin, when will sterile products for wiping be available as pre-sat wipes in a package?
So sterile TB1 3300, we actually have a peel and reseal available now. Make sure you provide us with your usage. That's very important. Kadar talked about forecasting, and that's essential when it comes to sterile products. But this is available sterile, has the sterile outline border here. I know the big question that always comes up, do you have sterile Paradox wipes? At this time, unfortunately, we do not. And that's something, we're going to work on.
We're working on it. It's very difficult to do, but we're working on it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have something down the road.
That's hilarious. All right. Well, final question, Scott and Kevin. Can you tell us a little bit about your teams and how they can provide side-by-side support to our viewers?
Absolutely. So I've got a team of 9. Kevin has a team of 8. So regionally located throughout the country to work side by side with our distribution partners. We've got 6 of those across the country as well. They're an extension of us, and we work with our customers. So we think of this as more of a partnership than you buying different products from different vendors, right? When you work with Contec, you know that you're going to be taken care of, and we're going to co-author the right solution based on your environment, your workflow, and your team. So.
Awesome. And Kevin, what about you?
Yeah, pretty much what Scott said there. We have a lot of value-added resources available to you to offer. A lot of those documents that Kadar talked about earlier, our technical bulletins, our webinars like this, our USP experience on our website is a great resource to go to. But then, as far as the team's concerned, they're out there working day in, day out to help our customers and bringing them the best possible solutions.
Absolutely, and I know y'all's team members, and they're absolutely awesome. So thank you again for joining us for our first Dwell Time. If you have more questions, we're always ready to help, and you can learn a lot more and even request a visit from one of Scott or Kevin's folks on our website, contechealthcare.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.